Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me today for another reading. Today's reading is timeless, so whenever it finds you, something in it is meant for you to hear. So trust that inner knowing within yourself. Also, just take what resonates and leave the rest. Let's go ahead and get into the message. What does Spirit want to share with you today? What is your message? Spirit, what is the message you want to share? What do they need to know? Wise leader, you are a beacon for others. Well, if you were ever wondering if you mattered to others or whatever you have to share with others matters, yes, Spirit's saying you matter. You're a leader, even if you think you're not a leader. There might be someone in this collective who feels as though they sort of get lost in the crowd, or you sort of are just like blending in with everyone around you, and you might doubt yourself and who you are or what you have to offer. Spirit is saying you are a leader. Trust yourself. Trust that you are a warrior in this life, a beacon for others. You have something very special about you. Spirit, what else? What else can you share with this wise leader? Unknown territory. You are exactly where you need to be. Yeah. Goes with that, like you just accepting and knowing that you are meant to be where you're supposed to be right now. Even if you don't trust that you are a leader, you are meant to be where you're at in this life. You are exactly where you need to be. It could feel as though you don't know where you're going, but you need to release the control, Spirit is saying. Surrendering to the journey. It can be really scary to just say, I'm going to just let God do what he needs to do in my life and let him determine where I need to go. And I'm going to listen to my intuition, and whatever Spirit tells me is what I'm going to do. That's hard. One, it's hard to listen to your inner compass there, right? Sometimes the noise in our head can be really loud, and it can be hard to even hear that information coming through. Part of it is trusting yourself, trusting your inner knowing, trusting that what you have to offer and who you are as a person is enough, because you're enough. You might be leading yourself down this path where you're like, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm meant to do. But you're trusting that process. You're surrendering to the journey. Trying to decide which tarot, wowee, I'm going to use today. How do you say it? Tarot or Toro? Toro. Ew, I'm like weirding myself out right now. You guys, whoever is subscribing to my channel, you guys must be weirdos too, so. Anyway, back to the reading. ADHD over here. Okay, wise leader, you are a beacon for others. Releasing the control in your journey. Listening to your intuition. Going within. Surrendering to God. Surrendering to Spirit. Saying, I am going to just release this control. You are embodying this energy of the High Priestess. And if you're not, Spirit is saying you need to. Trust me, right? Trust me. Release the things that are not working for you. What is it that you're telling yourself? What is it that you're thinking that's hindering you from moving on or becoming that leader that you know you should be? Or maybe you don't even realize that you are this beautiful leader, this courageous leader, that you don't even have it. You're like, do I have this inside of me? I don't feel like I have that inside of me. And you tell yourself all of these things that are not true. Are you doing that to yourself? Spirit is saying you're exactly where you need to be. You have everything inside of you that you need to succeed. Why don't you see it? If I cover this girl, we see here that she's not trapped. that it's all in her mind. These are all mental thoughts. The swords are mental, right? The way we think about ourselves, the lack of clarity we might have in a situation, the things we're telling ourselves. What are you telling yourself? What limiting beliefs are you telling yourself that are holding you back from achieving the things that you want in your life, from manifesting the things that you want in your life, from hindering you from moving forward with your goals or your aspirations, that are keeping you from hearing when Spirit is speaking to you, from becoming that beautiful leader that you know that you should be, or maybe you don't even realize that you can be, right? Yeah. Spirit, can I get a card for surrendering to the journey? Release control. What do they need to release control over? The wheel. Releasing control over the wheel. Very interesting. I'm getting this energy of you wanting to control everything, right? Like, Spirit is asking you to release the grip, to release the control over what's going on in your life. And when you do that, that is when everything starts to just fall into place. When you release control over everything that's going on in your life, every single day, season to season, when you release it, when you let God have your problems and you let Spirit take over and you listen to your intuition and you're leading with an open heart and you're not leading with control, that's when things start changing for you, right? That's when the wheel becomes available for you, when the energy of the wheel really starts to turn in your favor. Surrendering to the idea of your life is always at the bottom. Yeah, well, sometimes our life is at the bottom, right? Like sometimes we have crappy days and we have crappy years. That is the reality of being a human. We go through hard times, we go through good times. Sometimes we have really long streaks of happiness and bliss and everything's perfect and wonderful in our life. And then sometimes things are really terrible or things are really hard, where we're struggling with relationships or we're struggling with our finances or we're struggling with our children or our health or just mentally, maybe we just don't feel good, right? Maybe we just really don't feel well mentally and we're in a rut. And that's what this feels like, a rut. Spirit is asking you to surrender to whatever that is for you in your situation. Let's clarify these cards. Spirit, can you clarify the High Priestess? All right, High Priestess, we have 2 cards. We've got 7 of Pentacles. So slow energy of growth, of seeding things in our life so that they can grow. We are also being patient with this process. And we also have the 10 of Cups. Okay. When we decide we're going to step back from this 8 of Swords energy here, and we decide to take things a little slower, trust the process just a little bit more, and understand that things take time to grow and evolve and also to change. And sometimes as well, there might be things that don't grow, right? There could be stunted seeds that weren't meant to really grow into anything. And we have to learn to trust the process. And when we start to trust the process, we enter into this emotional abundance in our life. We enter into fulfillment and beautiful relationships that are in and around us, and also with ourselves. We're really seeding the roots in all of those things and watering our seeds for ourselves so that we can become that beautiful leader in our life, become the best version of ourselves, raise our vibration, open our inner consciousness so that we can hear when spirit is speaking to us. And fulfillment is what we gain when we release that control over the wheel going, right? And we get out of that rut, we release the control here. We surrender to the journey and we say, yes. Yes, Spirit, I'm along for the ride. I will go wherever you're leading me. Five of Swords. Feeling a loss. Feeling like maybe you can't do it. Like this just feels really hard. We have the Eight of Swords and the Five of Swords here together underneath unknown territory, that you are exactly where you need to be. This is Spirit telling you that, hey, it's okay. I've got you. You are exactly where you need to be. These lessons that you're learning in life, these issues, these problems that you're going through, that you're feeling, take these things and use them as power, as fuel to get you to where you need to go, to propel you into your next path, onto your next path, onto your next journey, right? Okay, hear me out, because I'm all about that real and honest truth with you guys, because I don't think tarot is always meant to be sweet and fluffy and beautiful abundance all of the time, okay? Just hear me out, because real life can sometimes suck and real life can be really hard. And if we don't acknowledge both sides, then I don't really think we're truly living in our own truth and in our higher power for our highest good, okay? So these cards here are to remind us that defeat exists in every situation at some point in our life, okay? That self-doubt and limiting beliefs, they are here sometimes in our day-to-day. They are here in our life and on our journey at times. It's what we do with these cards. It's what we do with this energy in this card, in these cards, right? It's what we do with them, even when we feel like we are in an unknown territory and we're like so confused and we are shell-shocked and we're like, I don't know what to do with this. This might not be where I belong. I feel like I can't get back on the wheel. I feel like I'm in a rut. Spirit is asking you to trust the process. Just trust just let go and trust. Do your best. Show up the best you can. That's all we can do, is to trust the process, to take these hardships and to learn from them. Spirit, can you clarify the wheel? Can you clarify the wheel? And we have the Ace of Wands here, a beautiful ace, a beautiful invitation from Spirit to look inward. This beautiful spark of life, spark of youth, spark of hope, to reignite your wheel, to reignite your life, your energy, to light your path, right? To light your path. I see her light right here, to light her path, right? This is a light to light your path on your journey. This is a beautiful, encouraging message for you today from Spirit, encouraging you to continue on when things feel really crappy or hard or difficult, or like you just can't see the future. To just trust the process, okay? Take hold of what you do have in the moment and use it. What can you use from this? There's got to be something we can learn from this, right? There's something to learn from every situation in life, good or bad. There is something to learn. If someone hurt you, if something got you down and you feel defeated, or you don't feel like you really rose above in the best way, and you feel disappointed with how you came at that situation, how can we learn from it, rise above it, and become better, and just trust the process that it will be better the next time, if there is a next time, right? There's always an ace and there's always a wheel in our lives, okay? At some point in time, they show up for us to try again. To try again, you guys, okay? Release the control. Let things be what they are. Breathe it in, breathe it out, and keep moving forward, okay? Let's go ahead and get one more card to close out. I don't know which one I want to use. I'm gravitating towards this deck. So the Wisdom of the Oracle, I believe this deck is. And Fork in the Road just flopped out. Okay, Fork in the Road. So you have all of these options, right? Like, what should I go this way? Should I go that way? Which way should I go? And you might feel a little stuck. It's a number 13, breaks down to a 4. Stability, foundations. There's an owl in this image as well. So using the things that you've learned on your path to decide where you're going to go next. Let's read it. Get some more information here. Okay, got it. Fork in the road. Time to make a decision, considering the consequences as you prepare to act, owning up to your obligation to make a necessary choice. Every choice has a consequence. You've arrived at a fork in the road and are being asked to come to a decision. Will you further your dreams by choosing left or by choosing right? Will you take the road less traveled or the one worn by others who have come before you? This is your choice and yours alone to make. Circumstances and other people will not make it for you. Be present and do not avoid this junction, for it is an important crossroads. Take heart, and no matter which path you choose, you will have a rich and meaningful experience. Exactly, you guys. Doesn't matter which path. Okay, I mean, it matters which path, but you get the card's meaning, right? Choose the path that you feel that is meant for you, because that path is going to have something for you on it that you are going to learn from, and you're going to take from it, and you're going to expand yourself and your life. I love you guys, and I hope this message helped you on your journey in some way today, or with whatever you're experiencing right now in your life. I love you guys, and if this message resonated, please don't forget to like it, share it if you know somebody who would find this beneficial or meaningful, and subscribe. I would love to have you here in my little community that I'm building. So I'll see you guys in the next message, the next reading. I love ya. Bye.